welcome back. I know it's been a hot minute, but due to unfortunate sickness and a long trip, slash not very long at all, but to Melbourne, going to PAX, I have had such a delay on this video, but it is here now, and I do hope you enjoy it. We are going to go through more base building tips, or things that you should know about base building, and we will also have another showcase of community builds that I have found and really enjoyed. There is a range of different styles, and I have made sure to grab new people as well, so we're not seeing the same ones. If you are interested in seeing my base, please do let me know. I have had a few requests, but I just want to see if there is an interest, because I do a lot of the speed builds, but I haven't really worked on my 1.0 base, and my early access base was my majority of all my hard work. 3 months of digging out a dirt biome really takes it out of you, so if you do want to see that, do drop a comment down below, but let's get straight into this, because it is going to be a little bit shorter than the other one, but I do want to make sure that we cover all the good stuff. So if you haven't seen the previous video, I will link it down below, and I will also link it up top in the card so that you can quickly jump onto it and get the basis of what I'll be talking about and everything else I've talked about previously. But yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Alright, so I'm reflecting heavily here, but yep. As you can see, we are straight into my favorite setup of all time, and yes, I did redo this for 1.0. I was silly and created a whole new world for 1.0 when I could have just kept my classic world and added onto it, but hey, we're here, we have new items, and I'll take it. I will take it. So as you can see, we've got some new colors. I'm gonna undo the UI, because I just need to be able to see and what I'm clicking on. I don't want to destroy anything. But since the last video, we had the Lunar update, and we've also had the 1.0 update, and there's been 2 new colors added, and also some new items. So we'll go through the new items and what they look like with each color, and we'll go through from the beginning. So basically, we had the lanterns on the wall decoration, then the ribbon on the wall, the dragon statue, the paper lantern, the stone lantern from the passage, and then we've got the ability now from 1.0 to be able to paint the candlestick. So the candlestick from the Halloween, and then the single candlestick from Christmas event. So both of these are paintable now, so it's huge. And also the fact with the new update that just came out recently, candles and I think it's candles. I'm not 100%, but actually let's double check, because I know that lanterns and torches are able to emit light when you put them on pedestals and tables. So for example, if we put this on here, it emits some light, but however, you can't paint the stone lantern once it's on the table or the pedestal. So it's that default color again once it's on the pedestal or table. So that's still a bit of a difference. But, and also I wouldn't recommend putting the stone lantern on tables or pedestals, because it just shrinks it and it looks a bit funky, like it's really small and tiny, and yeah, it's not great. No, unfortunately not. Okay, so candles aren't part of that new update where it emits light. It still is just some empty candles. All right. Anyways, so those are the new things that we can paint, as well as what we'll see further down is the painted glass over top of the passage water, but we'll get there. So here we've got black and all the items that look black, that have been painted black. You can pause if you want, but I will turn off the UI for this one so we can get a full picture. I really enjoy the way that the candles look when they're painted black, and even this stone pedestal, you can really use it for some moody looking builds. So this is everything here. Then we're moving on to grey, then onto white. Obviously for candles, their already default is white, so there's not much difference there. Then one of the new colors is peach, so we've got this nice peach rug, and then the peach colored items down here that's very picnic heavy. Very, very beautiful for some nice outdoor builds with a picnic vibe. Then moving on, we've got the pink and everything that looks pink here. It's quite bright for the dragon statue with the pink, but I really enjoy how the candle stack looks painted pink when it's like this big one and then the two little ones. Then red as well, and everything here. So for a lot of the Lunar New Year event stuff, the basic default was red, so you don't have to paint that. Then this is orange. Then this is brown. Then we've got yellow. I do not like the stone lantern in yellow, to be honest. It's almost too bright. It's just too much. So yeah, I will not be using it in yellow, but that's okay. It can have its special uses. Then we have green. Everything here. And then we have the next new color, and well, the last new color, which is a teal color, and is also the basic with the default color for the stone lantern, so you don't need to paint that. But I really like the rug. It is almost looking kelp-like, and I've used it for a few fisherman builds so far. And then I really, really enjoy the painted wall and also the pillar here as well. Especially the top part of it. The design on the top is just really pretty, and you can stack it with a lot of other pillars and kind of hide it, but still have its like full display of that top design out for you to see. And then also the design of the dresser with the glass over top is just genius. Absolutely genius. The artist that made this, which I thought I remembered their name, I will have to check that, but oh my gosh, absolutely genius for the design of this. And I've used this pedestal a few times now. Even just having the pedestal just as is with nothing on top of it is just a statement of art that just needs to be included in all my builds at this point. And then obviously oh god, what is this? Turquoise? Oh goodness, light blue. Now this one, and I'm gonna say light blue because I can't think of the name of this color. I'm drawing a blank. Or maybe this is teal and the other one is something else. No, it's definitely teal. No, we can figure this out. I can just hover over it. This is teal and this is cyan. Cyan. Okay, that's fine. Cyan. There's too many blues. Not enough blues, please give me more. And then this is dark blue, which I love. It's such a classic. And it's really good paired with the picnic theme of the blah, 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 blah. Gosh, I was gonna say cherry blossom, but it's not that, is it? Gonna go back to my trusty thing. Peach, it's peach. Okay. I'm having a rough day, it seems. But yeah, it fits well with the peach theme and goes well with the picnic as well. It doesn't really change the blue tint, like as in the blue effect on the stone lantern. So that's interesting, but I do like the way that the candles look. So yeah. And then lastly we've got the purple, and yeah, it looks nice. And the purple stone lantern with green stone lantern has such a nice contrast. I use it for passage builds. It's a really, really nice color, and it goes well with the purple and the teal feather trees. So yeah, I really recommend painting your stone lanterns purple and then also green as well. So now we'll move down to the painted glass. I'll just quickly hover over it. So we've got the black, and so this is the glass floor. Then we've got the thin glass windows, thin glass walls, and then we've got the thick glass blocks here as well. So that's what they all look like. So there we've got grey, got white, which is obviously clear, peach, pink, red, orange, brown, yellow, green, teal, cyan, blue, and purple. So then these are all the different waters which I have gone over before, but I'll just show different ones. So we've got the basic water, we've got the acid water, mold water, crystal water, ocean water, new passage biome water, and then the lava as well. So if we just quickly go up, and we'll see, so this is what the peach looks like on all the different water types here, and I really enjoy how it looks on the crystal water. Very, very nice. Can't really tell on ocean, and same with passage and same with lava. Everything kind of looks the same, but crystal water looks really nice. And then if we go to teal, so this looks okay on the normal, and then again with the crystal water it just looks immaculate. And then same here, you can do another sort of like really creepy build, which I have used here with that actually just above, so we'll see it in a second. But yeah, you can't really tell with the passage water, it's just a bit too dark, so that's okay. But yeah, so I'll just walk along here, and I'll also put up a image in a second of the entire paintable items and everything in there. I have made it into a big screenshot, so you can save it, download it, whatever, for your reference, and then just reference it anytime, and also be able to zoom in as well, because I do know that it is quite a pain to not see everything and have to not be able to see everything. So yeah, we'll finish this part and we'll go down to paintable bridges. That's what I was trying to say. Paintable bridges, except, okay, so you're thinking, Mystery, You can't paint wood bridges. You can't paint stone bridges. Yes, unless you put glass flooring on top of them. Now, some of them will have an edge that is very obvious, that there is some glass on top of it. However, there are some that are quite seamless, and you will see in a second, but I am going to go through quickly what each one looks like with each painted colour, and you'll see which one is your favourite and which one works seamlessly, which I think everyone will be able to see, but yeah. So this is black for wood, for stone, for scarlet, for coral, for galaxite, which makes literally no difference except not being able to see the squares in the middle, gleamwood, and for the metal grate. Yeah, I totally didn't search that up. The metal grate. So yeah, you can like what you like, but the metal grate with painted black is not doing it for me. You just can't see anything, which is a real shame. Then we've got grey, them grey painted gleamwood, galaxite, coral, scarlet, stone, and wood. Then we've got white, so it's all the same each time. There's just sort of a glossiness and a reflection over it. So if you wanted to put it over, you wouldn't be able to tell that it's painted, but it does have a nice reflection to it. Well, except for gleamwood for some reason. But yeah, the metal grate one looks quite nice. It looks great. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Anyways, so we have peach here for all of these. You can't really tell on the scarlet, but that's alright. And then we've got pink for all of these ones here. Pink doesn't really do it for me on the coral bridge. I think it's just a bit too much. But it really does something for me on the gleamwood. Definitely a difference that I like. And once again, can't really tell on the metal grate, so that's unfortunate. Then here we've got red, and red is really firing it up on the gleamwood. Honestly, almost all the colours are my favourite, except maybe the next three that I can see here on the gleamwood bridge. And then I don't mind the red on the galaxite bridge. I think it's quite interesting to have it like that. And then obviously can't really tell on the scarlet bridge. And then coming up here we've got orange. I hate it on the stone. I hate it on here. I don't mind it here. We did have a small tease of this being the colour on the coral bridge that Sol and Cedric made for their Stardew Valley inspirational farm when they were teasing 1.0, and people thought we had a new bridge. We did not. It was just coral bridge painted with glass on top. And then this one is okay. Like, I wouldn't use the orange on the galaxite bridge myself, but if you want to do like some sort of rainbow bridge, then yeah, more power to you. And then brown. Yep, brown. Then we've got yellow. Which yellow is almost similar to the orange here. It does look quite nice, so if you are looking for some sort of like ombre into the orange and the yellow on top of the coral, it looks quite good to go through. And like it shows up really well on the gleamwood, but it's not my favourite, so yeah. We'll move on. We've got green. I do enjoy the green on top of the galaxite bridge. Not so much on the other bridges, but yeah, it's quite good. Then we've got the teal. I think the teal looks really nice on the stone bridge. I don't think on the scarlet bridge. Honestly, the next couple are just too dark for it to be any sort of useful on scarlet bridge. Same with galaxite bridge. I really enjoy it on the gleamwood. And yes, if you've noticed, there are no pillars for gleamwood, and I have asked. They will never have pillars because that is the intention of it just being floating. So I don't know if this is lore or what, but the fact that there is no pillars and this gleamwood bridge is just floating in the air, There is some sort of material in there that can just mean that it just supports your weight and you're never going to fall, because the fact that it hasn't broken is crazy. And then once again, can't see anything here. Honestly, we'll just skip the metal grate for now because you just can't see a difference. So now we've got cyan. I don't see much of a difference on the cyan with it just kind of covers everything here. I do enjoy it on the Galaxite bridge, and then also a little bit on the stone bridge. Then if we go to dark blue, the only one I enjoy it on is probably Galaxite bridge, a little on the Glenwood bridge, but Galaxite mostly. And lastly, purple here. I really enjoy it on the Glenwood bridge and really enjoy it on Galaxite. The other ones, yeah, they're there, but that's just my personal opinion. Obviously, you guys will have your own opinions and you can use this to your advantage. But that's everything there. I will pop up that photo now for you so you can have a look at it, and yeah, we can, and you can use it for your reference. So yeah, we'll just do that. Alright, so yes, yeah, so that's the image. Do with that what you will, but we've got more to see, so we'll move on. Let's get to it. Alright, so this area here is important tools and also how to make your own potted plants. But the first one you want is the roofing gadget. You can make it at, I think it is Scarlet Workbench, I think, or it's the Iron Workbench. I'm not sure if they changed that. No, it's definitely the Scarlet Workbench. Yeah, Scarlet Workbench. You'd assume so because it's red, but you just never know these days, you know, I don't know. But it does really good stuff. So you can right click or whatever your right click button is if you're on console, and then you get some light from above, so ceiling light, and then if you want to remove it, you just click that button again and it gets rid of it. So you can make some really pretty areas. You can also blast people with light if you want to do that. But what I usually do is if I have a pedestal or I have some sort of light source, I always put another bit of light on top of it, so it just enhances that area. Especially if I have like a museum of sorts, then I want to make sure that the things that are on the pedestals are the center of what your eyes are drawn to. So putting that ceiling light on it will enhance, you know, people wanting to look at that one item. So yeah, over here we've also got the bug net, which is honestly such a good tool. You can craft this at the tin workbench, which I know for a fact because I've made it many a times. So this one is definite. You can pick up critters and you can put them, you know, one, you can pick them up and give them to your cattle, so you can put them in the feeding tray. But two, you can grab glow bugs and stuff like that, and then you can put them into areas that you want them to be, and they will stay within. I think they just kind of float around, but they never leave, they never disappear, they are there. So if I grab one, for example, a butterfly, and then you just use your left click or whichever button it is to interact, then you can click it and then right click to put it down again, or whichever button it is, and there they go, they're off. But they still kind of hover around your area, whereas anything that's pre-spawned will just kind of disappear after some time, or it will just fly off and never come back. So yeah, these guys are just hanging around. Then next is the water bucket. Honestly, such a great addition, one of the best additions, and so glad we got that in because digging a trench of lava to the core is so painstakingly cruel. Yeah, I'm glad to not be tortured anymore. So you just grab this nifty thing and you take it to your nearest water that you want to pick up. You want to click the right click button, or whichever one is your right click, and then it will pick up that water. And I'll just double check if I have any water in this area. Yes, I do. We'll just quickly go down and have a look. Alright, so right click, and then if you want to get rid of it and put it in again, you just right click again, or whichever is your right click button. I apologize, console players, I do not know what that button is for you, but yeah, so you just pick up and put down. If you don't want that water that you've just picked up, you can just get rid of it. It will take it straight out. Do make sure that you know that there is a level of water, so I will put that level up on the screen now for you so you can have a look. So there is a hierarchy of water, if you don't know, and if you accidentally put something down that is a lower level or a higher level and you didn't want that, it can take over an entire area, so do be careful of that. So you can pick up basic water in any of the biomes, the acid water, mold water, ocean water, lava water, crystal water, and the passage water. If you are trying to make mini biomes, like mini fish biomes, for you to do your fishing, just be aware that if you are trying to take the basic water from the desert, it will not transfer to anywhere else except in the desert. So unless you have specific mods, but in vanilla mode, if you are trying to take that water, it won't work. The only fish you'll be able to fish is, for example, if your base is in the core area, and which is in the dirt, you will only get dirt fish. So just be aware of that. I would recommend making little outposts to those areas so that you can go and fish in those areas and get those basic fish. But the rest of these unique water types here that you see, these ones you will be able to bring back to your base, and you will be able to fish out of them with those fish types. So those are fine. Moving on to the making your own pot plants. So we have pot plants in the game, as you can see. We've got these ones here, but you can also make your own with natural items that you can find within the world. So we've got some moss here, some caveling moss, and as you can see, they make nice little bush things here. You can use the dish coral, you can use the bicolor coral, you can use land kelp, and you can use just the normal bush from the Azaeos, as well as meadow grass, the gross little things that you get from the hive area, but they kind of look cool. The two different desert flowers, and also the mold vessels as well, from the mold area. So you can play around with it a bit, but you can also make some really nice looking bouquets with the Valentine's bouquets that you can get from the event, and then putting them on a painted blue pedestal makes them look like they're almost in a vase sort of thing. So yeah, it's just all trial and error and preference of what you like, but yeah, I have found that putting them on the green painted pedestal, so that's with the wood pedestal here, and then you paint it. So if it says that it can be painted, then you can go for it, and each time you're painted a different color, it's obviously a new style, as we saw before. So yeah, go paint your heart out and see what you like the best, but green has served to be the best one for own potted plants. I think the next would be blue, and then maybe this teal color. or actually the peach. The peach does also look quite good as well. So yeah, a trial and error. But the next one that we can see here is you can make sort of like a hedge, your own sort of hedge, and that's with painting the pedestal black and then putting the Zeos grass wall or grass block on top of the pedestal, and you can create some sort of hedge, your own hedge. I would like it if they were a bit closer together. It would be nice, but yeah, unfortunately that's not the case, but it looks nice regardless. So the more the merrier, and you could create a whole wall of hedges. So yeah. So that concludes that section, but we'll move on to some little niche things, and let's get straight into it. So over here we have the a nice little niche thing of some caveling stone floor tiles, and then sort of the broken ones, and then on top of stone ground. And then we've also got some loose flooring painted grey to make it look more broken. So I'll give you an example. So this here, this is what it looks like without the loose flooring. But then with the loose flooring and then painting it grey, it looks like this, and it makes the stone look more broken as well. So yeah, that's really good. And then another one is down here, the caveling stone floor on top of grimy stone looks amazing and gives more depth. So for example, we've got some grimy flooring here, and then when we put well, those were the two worst ones to do, weren't they? So grimy grimy flooring here. Yeah. And then it just gives more depth, especially, and I'm going to say especially, the turf ground as well underneath this makes it look even more amazing, especially hoed. And I'll give an example down here. So down here we've got the turf ground, and it's been hoed, and then we've got the grimy flooring, and then we've got the the floor tiles as well over top of it, and you can see that there's a lot of the turf ground coming down here, and it just looks so natural. And especially here, it just looks more cracked and more natural. And that's, you know, if that's what you're going for in a build, that's perfect, especially down here as well. Like, it just looks so overgrown but so natural at the same time. So yeah, and yes, I did use yellow here, sue me. But yeah, so that's what that one is there. Then if we go over here, we've got some more cool niche things. So a few people were building at one point and asked what this was, and I decided, hey, I'll give it a go and see what's happening. So blue glow tulips are so good because they emit this nice blue glow, and then gold glow tulips emit a nice golden glow. But the blue contrasts really, really well with grass ground because it makes everything look more bright but have a nice like reflection of green. So over here there's some loose flooring, and at first you'd think, okay, this looks like the white one, but it doesn't. It's not. It's actually yellow, but when you stand far enough away it looks green, and it kind of fits in with the build. So, and it fits in with the grass. I do still always will love the green painted loose flooring because it fits in with grass as well, but this is a way that you can get green looking pavements without, you know, having to do something else. You know, this is a good way, because blue plus yellow equals green. Oh my god, really crazy. And then over here we've also got the sunrise, which give a nice, like, they give a nice yellow, but they also give a nice purpley pink tinge to blue. So this is dark blue painted loose flooring, so it gives a nice pinky purple tinge to the outside, like the edges of these loose floorings. So it's really enjoyable, and I do recommend. Having my bright set on, don't recommend, but this set is really well done. But those are the two niche things that are just out of the book. But if we move on, we've got a few things here, which is some natural decorations. So in my last video, I did go over which ones you can, you know, shovel up and then place down again. But in here, you can also destroy them. Like, you can place them down and destroy them, and they will create some effects on the ground. So this is what the wood does to the dirt ground. And then down here, oh sorry, if we go over here, stone, this is what it makes on stone ground, but also on any ground, to be honest. It doesn't have to be just stone. The clay pots don't create anything. They either drop something or they just disappear. Like, there's unfortunately no scrap to destroying them, unfortunately. So yeah, so you can skip that one. Zeos, so we have got the overgrown boxes, and then we've also got the flowers. So the flowers do drop like these yellow petal things, so that's really good. And then same with the boxes, they drop some more broken box bits. And then over in the ocean area, we've got the jellyfish, the driftwood box, and then also the metropolis destructibles as well. So driftwood makes these ones, jellyfish makes these like bubble sort of things on the ground, and then metropolis makes these stone looking things over here as well. Then the desert, we've got the molten box, we've got the oasis sort of flower, the desert flower, and then also the temple destructible. So the molten box here, then we've got the pinkish flowers, and then, well, like the oasis flowers, then we've got the other flowers, which there's not much of a difference, honestly. And then we've got the temple destructibles here. Second to last, we've got the crystal area, shimmering frontier. So we've got the alien destructibles, alien boxes, and we've also got the sun crystals. So sun crystals leave behind these little yellow and blue tinge things on the ground, and then the alien boxes leave these sort of stone things on the ground. And lastly, we've got the passage biome. So we've got the seashell thing, which leaves these sort of like bone things on the ground, which is really kind of cool. So that's awesome for a build. And then we've got the pandemonium. I think that's how I say it. Pandemonium? Yeah. This, when you break it, it leaves these sort of green globs on the ground. So yeah, really quite nice, and a good way to kind of make it look more like, especially if it's more abandoned, or if it's like you want it to make it look more lived in or something like that, using these and just destroying them on the ground just gives that more character to your builds as well. So it's really quite good. But yeah, we'll move on to the last thing in here, which is just showing how different walls and different event items can make a build very, very different. So we'll go straight into that. Alright, so here we are. As I said, I told you I would use this. I used this teal on the lava, and I enjoyed it. But coming into here, so alien tech walls with the airy flooring makes the build look so spooky. It works so well and you'd never even think it. So we've got a few things in here. So this is rug, obviously, and it's painted purple. We've got some passage bugs in here too, very cute. Then also this is the workbench, and if you turn it around a certain way, then you can see two little red eyes staring at you. And then same with the dresser here, the airy dresser. If you turn it behind itself, you can see two little red eyes, so it's very creepy and cool, especially for Halloween coming up. Then down here, just another example of painting candles, and so this looks very nice here. And then also obviously my favorite of being the paintable Christmas lights, and I've painted it green, purple and green here so that it looks all very spooky. And then lastly, I want to say these pedestals, they look like people when you put certain items on them. So mainly the pumpkin head and also the, what is it called? Sorry, that was a blast. The corrupt warden mask. When you put it on top, it looks like a little person because you've got like a hand, two legs, and then same here as well. So I put them in there because they looked spooky, but they also looked real at the same time as well. So yeah, but number one, I would like a paintable door. I think the community would love a paintable door because not having a black door here just kind of ruined it. Like you go down and you can't really tell anymore, but having a black door would just like complete the vibe and the aesthetic. But yeah, this is now my new creepy room. And we've got some cool items from Malagas. Thank you very much. But this was heavily inspired by Secret Sigil. She's amazing. She's an amazing builder. And I got a few tips from her. But the candles were an awesome touch for myself to add in, and really, really thankful that we can now paint these and add some more character to our builds. But that is all I've got for you today. So I really do hope you enjoyed. We'll go to big screen now. But yeah, that's all it is. We will go into the showcases now, and I really do hope you enjoy and support these awesome people and leave some lovely comments down below about their builds. Do let me know which one is your favorite. I don't want to start a war, but I do have a favorite myself. I'm not telling anyone what my favorite is, but yeah. I do hope this has been really helpful. I do apologize that it has been so late, but hopefully this satisfies you, and we can move on to the next one. I hope you all have a good rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye. you.